Hi guys, welcome to Ditsy's Diamond Den. So today we are working on a Hannah, our last 2024 painting that we are probably going to get done. It is from Art and Soul and it is the Peppermint Delight. I did do a sneak peek on this a few weeks back. I am using a ton of different trays. I'm using my new Donna Bass pen that I actually technically haven't even unboxed, but I love it so much and I don't want to put it away. I want to use it and I want to use it right now. So here it is. You'll probably still see the unboxing of it in my small shop so I can like show you all the stuff it came with. But look at this. It is so comfortable. It is so beautiful. And I know Paul's always like, oh, I don't think we've unboxed that yet. You shouldn't be using it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm using this pen. Gosh darn it. It is wicked comfortable for my hand. I'm using some Randa's putty today in peppermint flavor. And I'm actually using glue dots. Shay uses them and keeps talking about how they're amazing. So I tried them and she is correct. They are pretty gosh darn cool. So today is not going to be the same as most of my WIP and chats, which is, if you are new, work in progress. So it's just me working on my crafty project. And you guys can watch as I go, or you guys can just listen and talk back to the television if that's how you roll. It's how I roll when I'm watching my WIP and chats. I talk back to people. I have a conversation with them while I'm watching. And then after the conversation, half the time I just kind of don't leave generic comments because I can't remember like what all I said during my conversation with them while I'm talking to the television. I'll be like, oh, you're so silly. Or, oh, that's a good idea. Oh, wow, been there, done that. So, yeah, I don't know. Am I the only person that talks?
Nope, I do it.
You do it also where you're like, oh, yeah. Or, wow, oh, goodness, mistake. Yeah.
Yep, I do it a lot.
Okay, good. Let me know if you talk back to the television. So before I get into what I'm getting into today, I would like to know how your week has been going, what you got planned for the holidays, if you've gotten any cool presents. Does anybody here just also, do you guys just be like, when people are like, what do you want? And you're like, diamond painting gift cards. I need help. I have an expensive hobby. Please help me. Just give me gift cards. And people are like, but I want to buy you a present. It's like, it's the best present you can give me is gift cards to the diamond painting companies and to the accessory shops. Any particular shop? No, I'm always willing to try new things. Just buy me the gift cards. That's all I want for Christmas and birthdays and Mother's Day. Gift cards. So I have been at my channel for a little over a year, and I wanted to kind of talk about some of the things that I have learned along the way and some of the things that have surprised me, some of the things that I like and dislike about doing the YouTube with a diamond painting. Hopefully you guys won't all unsubscribe. You know, because I don't make any... I tell everybody right off the bat, I am a dumpster fire. I know a lot of people, they do their notes, and I try to do notes. They are definitely helpful. Or they really create like their presentations, and I'm just kind of like, let's turn on the camera and see what happens kind of person. So sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's boring. You get whatever you happen to get that day. I'm busy diamond painting, dang it. So one of the things that I like the very most about doing the content creation as a YouTuber is the fact that, so I talk about that I have anxiety, and people sometimes understand like anxiety, like, oh, I get anxious in a situation, or I get anxiety when I'm in a certain area. Well, my anxiety is not like that. I have super bad anxiety attacks and panic attacks, but I actually kind of live in low-key anxiety 24/7. I'm in a constant fight with my mind about things, which has gotten a lot better since I was put on my medication. And because of my anxiety, because I'm always afraid of like leaving my safe place, I have low-key agoraphobia also, because leaving my safe place is hard. There are times that I will, like, I've had tickets to concerts that I really wanted to go to, and then when I tried to leave the house that day, I couldn't. So it's pretty crippling in a lot of ways. Now I am planning a retreat, and I am planning on going on a retreat, and I was talking to a friend of mine today, and I was like, that's what it is if I don't, like, go there and I last like 3 hours, and then I'm like, too much, and run home. So I just told everybody, just bring handcuffs. You need to bring handcuffs. That way you can make sure I'm still there in the morning when you wake up. Yeah, otherwise you guys are going to be like, oh, where'd she go? I got scared and I ran. I'll call you when I get home. And so I have that type of anxiety where it's all the time. And so while one of the things I love the most about the community is I have friends now, I get to talk to people, that anxiety allows me to put myself out there in a way that just not starting the YouTube channel, but kind of talking about it. I was really surprised because I didn't want to start a YouTube channel. It was something that Paul had talked about for many years, about the crafts that I do over the years and just certain things. He's always been like, oh, I'd love to do a YouTube channel. And I was like, no. Just no. I was like, I have zero interest in doing YouTube. Until our therapist and Paul were like, do a YouTube channel. I'm like, fine. Because, all the kids nowadays are always like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber. And I always told my kids, I was like, nobody real ever makes it as a YouTuber. You gotta, like, do certain things and have certain things, and I didn't really understand it. So I was like, all right, and let's go ahead and do this YouTube thing. I was really surprised by how much I enjoyed it, with how resistant I was. How many times can you even think of that you were like, oh, we should start a YouTube channel doing that?
I don't know, for years, not just with arts, but just, or with crafts anyway, but just with anything we were doing.
Yeah, because you wanted me to start a YouTube channel for sewing. You wanted me to start a YouTube channel for my Legos. You wanted me to do a YouTube channel for that pie book that I bought, and you wanted me to do every pie in the book. And you wanted me to start a gaming YouTube.
Yeah, girls gaming YouTube.
Yep.
So other girl gamers would know it's okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is something that Paul was really, like, thought it would be a lot of fun and wanted to do. Which is where our therapy came in. It was like trying to marry something that appealed to both of us. I like to craft. He really wanted to start a YouTube channel. He didn't want to craft. I didn't want to do a YouTube. Well, look at us both. He loves the diamond painting, And I am actually loving doing the YouTube thing. It is a ton of fun. Although I will say, one of the bad things about being a YouTuber is who was I not prepared? Oh my goodness. I was not prepared. So I'm thinking we're going to start this YouTube channel. It's going to bring us closer together. We put out a couple videos. I was really surprised. I really was enjoying myself. I was having a lot of fun. I still am having just so much fun. And people actually responded. People watched. People subscribed. People seemed interested, which boggles my mind. I think I'm pretty boring. I'm a pretty boring person. Other than the dumpster fire stuff. And that's just why everybody's always like, we don't watch just for the dumpster fire. And I'm like, are you sure? Because half the time I don't know what I'm doing. Or where I'm going. And it's just, yeah, it is a crazy amount of fun. And, I like, working with the small shops. I like working with the Art and Soul. I like having my members stuff that we do. I like all of that. What I don't like, and this is where the title comes from and stuff, is just where, I don't know. It's, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I never know what I'm going to do. But I feel really horrible because I love the YouTube channel right now. I love what I'm doing. I'm loving the people that I'm meeting. But I also look at it this way. Starting this YouTube channel invited me and taught me about a community that I didn't know existed. I've got a little over a year under my belt. I'm hoping the ride lasts longer. If it does, that would be amazing. But if it doesn't, I think I'd be okay. There's a few other YouTubers that I like. I like their channels. I'm part of their membership. I have, friends that I've made that are, they're diamond painting friends, but I also found that we just have so much more in common than just diamond painting. To where I'd probably just stay in the community and hang out with my friends and kind of do exactly what I'm doing now. I just won't turn the camera on anymore. And it makes me feel weird that some people put so much effort and it means so much to them to watch their numbers go up and stuff like that. And not all of the channels go somewhere. And I've had people reach out to me and be like, can you help me with my channel? I really like to grow. And it's like, well, I'm always happy to give you a shout out, let people be aware that you have a channel. I was like, but I don't even know what I'm doing myself. I don't know why people are watching. I don't know when people don't. I don't know why some people don't watch. I don't know why some people do watch. I'm having more fun than I feel like I've had in years and years and years. And my thought is I'm going to ride this train as long as I'm having fun, as long as everybody is enjoying what I'm putting out. And I'm going to make this a life experience and just get as many friends as I can out of it, have as much fun as I can out of it. And then when the merry-go-round stops, I'm hoping I can get off with some dignity and stay a part of the community kind of my thing. I don't know how to try to say what I'm saying. I don't want people to think I don't care, because I do. I care a lot. But my YouTube channel success is not the most meaningful thing to me. If I stopped growing right now and just stayed stagnant, as long as I had certain people in my life and they still wanted to be my friend, I'd be good with that. Now, here's some of the downside. And I was really shocked, and I talked about it in a video before. And I'm not going to name any names here. But I have had a surprising amount of content creators reach out to me not knowing how to handle situations because other content creators are being mean to them. It is crazy. It's happened to me. It's happened to a lot of other people where they'll reach out to me and they'll be like, I made a video, I didn't even realize this. But somebody else just like messaged me and they're all angry that I did a video that was semi-similar to theirs. And they're like calling me names and berating me. And it's like, wow, you know, crazy. And it's crazy how often this is happening. And nobody wants to burn their channel down by just naming names and being like, you know what, this person's not a very good person. And I get it because it's not fair. Because that person may not be a very good person to you, but that doesn't mean they're not a good person to everyone. They may really be helping somebody else through a struggle that they're going through. And so I was like, I get that, and that's respectful, but it's also really frustrating when you hear about this consistently about certain people that are not just me, but like so many other people in the community are always like, I don't understand why these people are constantly making up rumors or attacking me in private on social media. It's mind-boggling. I get that the channel means a lot to some people, but I don't understand, honestly, why you feel the need to put other people down to try to grow. It's like, just put yourself out there, be who you are, whether you're scripted, unscripted, whether or not you like rounds or squares, whether or not you like AI or not. It's just like, just go out there. And I really don't understand the whole entire competitive nature simply because of the fact that people seem to think that they're gonna get rich. And you know what? You might be one of them. You really, really might be one of them. I don't think I am. I'm way too... I'm not put together enough, to be perfectly frank with you. I don't do enough prep. I don't do enough thought. I don't do the whole scripted. I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants. This is what I'm feeling like today. This is what I want to talk about today. Let's just do it. There's no way I'm going to become a millionaire or a thousandaire. There are some people that can absolutely do it. Mrs. Coffee and Katie have great content. They put ridiculous, and I'm talking ridiculous amounts of work. So I talked about in my diamond painting, like the hours that you have to put in. And let me tell you, they're putting in more. Mrs. Coffee, Katie, those people are putting in more. The amount of hours that they are working is astonishing. You know, and there's a very good chance though that, you know, once you reach a certain level like that, you can also pay people to do certain things for you to help like lower your time. I don't know that they do, so please don't be like, oh, she said that you pay somebody. That's not what I said. I said you can. It's like you can, I mean, if you really wanted to, you can pay for subscribers. You can buy your first 1,000 subscribers to get monetized really fast, but that's still not gonna help. And I'm just not that invested in growth. I'm invested in the people, but I'm not that invested in growing. Do I have ideas? Yeah. You know, Paul works a full-time job. He works a lot of hours. So like when we first started, I was like, I like seeing people's faces. I don't like seeing people's hands. And so I wanted to do 2 cameras when I did my unboxings, one showing my face so you guys can see all of the ridiculousness that happens there, because I get very excited and I bounce around and I clap my hands and I make really goofy faces. And Paul was just like, I don't know, that seems really difficult. I don't know if I want to put that much effort into it. But I don't know. I've still been working on him on that because I think that would be very, very cool.
It's coming. We've done it for just people in our community. For certain things we've done for them, we do that.
Yeah, but I think it would be fun. Maybe, I don't know. We'd have to see how dorky my face can get. But yeah, I was really ill-equipped, I think, to deal with everything that came with being a YouTuber. I am trying to learn how to become equipped for it. It's hard. And you know, a lot of the people in the diamond painting community talk about mental illness. And you know what? YouTubing, well, it is beautiful and it has helped my mental illness and it has helped my marriage and it has helped me forge beautiful friendships. It can also be really hard when people are like, ooh, I heard another rumor about you. I felt like I had to tell you. It's like, did you really? Because I don't, you know, if nobody ever told me about this rumor, I would never know about it. And then I would just go about my life not knowing about it. And I'd be perfectly happy with not knowing about it. I'm okay with ignorance on occasion. I really, really am. Especially when losing that ignorance is going to create mental, you know, issues, or it's going to take joy out of something that I did put a lot of work into and something that had made me really happy, something that had good intentions. You know, it's like, I don't need to know. And I get that sometimes you're like, well, the rumor involved me and I'm not feeling so good about it. And I get that. Also, and I do appreciate that, especially when you come at me if you're telling me you're feeling unsure about something or your mental health is hurting. I understand that. It's just, in situations like that, it's like when there are rumors, especially going about, it's like, how do you go against those? I don't feel like I should have to convince anybody of my intentions, or if I'm a good person, or if I'm a bad person. People that are in my membership or people that are in my Discord, which is free, and they just hang out with me and they talk to me and they see how I handle certain situations, that you should be able to kind of tell where I'm at, you know, especially with a lot of things. Like, I try to make myself really available to the diamond painting community. You know, they have video games that are pay to play. I'm not one of those pay to play videos. You don't have to pay me to like me on Facebook, or to join my Discord, or to private message me, or to get a Christmas card or something like that for me. And I think that my actions should attest to what kind of person I am. And if I'm showing you that and you're still not believing it, I don't know what else I can do to make you believe it. That makes any sense, honey? Am I rambling?
I mean, you can't make anybody believe anything, but go with your gut. I mean, we are who we are on our videos. It's no different than how we are in real life. That's what we show. That's what we want to show. And, like she was saying, we shouldn't have to convince anybody whether you like us or not. You either do or you don't. We don't try to put on a fake front. We don't try to do anything but share our lives with you and make some new friends, which we've made some fantastic friends doing this.
Well, that's not true always, because let me tell you, our lives, oh my goodness, I like lives that are upbeat. I do not like sad lives. Lives are my, way to engage with the whole community and just have fun. So my whip and chats, I'll talk about whatever, but I try to keep my lives really upbeat, because for me, that is not my life. It's a community event. It is a place for everybody in the community to kind of gather and have fun and get to know each other and talk to each other. And I'm just kind of putting up the platform for that. As an introductory, hey, these are some really cool people in the community. Let's all gather and chat. And it's kind of like my Discord. So I don't post or advertise myself very much in my Discord. It's not what I started it for. I wanted a place where non-creators could meet and maybe find friends. There's voice chat in there, so you can, because I see a lot, and people are always like, oh, would somebody like to call me while I diamond paint? That's what the Discord is for. Invite your friends. Make a community. Share your passion for certain things. If you don't want to, if you have no interest in YouTubing, but you really want to be a part of the community and actually talk to people vocally, video chat, or anything like that, that is what the Discord is for. It is for the community. It is not for me to say, hey, watch my videos.
No, that's what YouTube is for.
Yeah, I might put something up there if it's something special, like when we did the spicy hot wings challenge. Or the Christmas premieres, but for the most part, I'm not in there saying, hey, I put up a new video, check it out. Because that's not what it was for. It's for the community. And then I realize that not everybody can afford even $3 a month for membership. So I try to go in there once a month and just at everybody and let people know that I'm in chat in case you wanted to get to know me a little bit better. I mean, not everybody probably does, but just in case you do. So, talk a little bit about what I like and what I don't like about it, and I hope that you guys will, take it in its stride, and that I'm not trying to attack anybody in particular. I'm just saying these are the things that I've noticed in my first year of diamond painting, because a lot of the people that have reached out to me and, saw that sometimes the diamond painting community is not always fun and games. There's a dark side. The dark side of diamond painting.
Well, there's a dark side of everything in reality,
But I've had people reach out to me and they're like, holy, what? I don't understand what's happening. People are attacking me for stealing ideas. I was like, there's no stealing ideas. Come on, guys. There's how many hobby stores? How many diamond paintings? Everybody's going to go to the stores. Everybody's going to try to get first looks. Everybody's going to try to jump on the sneak peek things. Everybody's going to unbox. Everybody's going to do whip and chats. There's only so many ideas, so many things that you can do. There are some people that have a really unique voice. Speaking with diamonds, sorry, I'm being kind of snarky here, and then I'm calling out Rich, but hopefully I'm calling him out in a good way. He just started his diamond painting channel, and let me tell you, I'm hooked. It is exceedingly unique, and I am loving that. But that uniqueness does not come natural to everybody. And not everybody has the skills to pull that off. But I mean, for the most part, come on, guys. We're all doing the exact same thing. The only difference is who we are as people and our personal spin on it. And honestly, how people react to us. Some people might not like a certain tone of voice. It has nothing to do against the person. Maybe it's just like the voice is like, jarring to you. Or they have an accent that you don't understand very well. Or maybe the quality of their video isn't to your liking. I mean, there's so many things without personalizing it. And there's only so many things we can do. And I don't understand like the tearing down of people. And I really don't understand when people are like, believe that I would try to tear somebody down. Because let me tell you, I was talking about it with my friend today, Jenny. Sorry, Jenny. About how I do not want to succeed at YouTube without my friends. So when I have amazing things happen to me, I always bring up other amazing creators I know that have really good souls. They have really good personalities. They're really amazing people. Because, you know, and I always try to let people know, it's like, all I can do is advocate for you and tell people what I know of you, and it's that I think you're amazing. And we can see what happens. That's all I can do, but I do. For my friends I advocate, I give them shout outs on my channel. I post their links. I mention them to small shops. I mention them to diamond painting communities. I always kind of do what I can to let them shine and to be in that spotlight. So we're going to pause for a quick second so Paul can move my camera over here, and then we're going to talk about that spotlight for just a second. So speaking about the spotlight, I got what was intended to be an amazing compliment. And honestly, it distressed me a little bit. And it also distressed me because it goes to show that maybe you're not always showing who you really are, because even my husband didn't fully understand what I was trying to say to him when I was explaining it to him. Hold on, I need 7. I need my 3 10s. So somebody gave me a really good compliment about how I was really good in the limelight. And they meant it as a compliment, like, you know, I really like your YouTube channel. You handle yourself really well, and it was beautiful. But I don't think of myself that way. And it kind of made me feel pressure. And for me, my channel isn't about putting pressure on myself. It's about having fun and letting the chips fall where they will. And I was trying, and Paul's like, well, you do like the spotlight. And I was like, no. He's like, well, you don't want other people to be in control. I was like, actually, I don't mind them being in control. As long as, you know, people are fair and they're not being rude or like screaming at me or anything like that, at which point I'll be like, hey, you can't talk to me like that. It doesn't really matter. And as long as they're fair. Now, if people aren't being fair, if they're being greedy or being jerks, then yeah, I'm the kind of person to be like, that's not fair. Do I do it for myself because I feel like they're not being fair to me? Usually not. No, I'm like, you can be unfair to me. That's fine, but don't be unfair to these other people. Do I like to be in control? Yes, but I don't like being the mouthpiece. So basically, and I told Paul, it's like, I think of myself more as like a herd dog. So I really like being organized. And I really like keeping the trains on time. So I think where I shine is when things get off course, gently steering them back to where they're supposed to be, organizing things, making sure that things get done on time, setting up procedures and stuff like that, and then having other people execute those things and be the one. So basically, I like to be the sound guy. I like being the sound guy, setting everything up while somebody else actually gets on the stage and they're like, all right, guys, so here's the plan for tonight. You know? And Paul says he still isn't sure about that. Are you still like, I don't get what you're trying to say, babe?
No, I get what you're trying to say. I wasn't saying about that. I know that's what you like. I said you're the type of person that being in charge doesn't make it to where you would be unfair. You would be equal regardless. But if you were not in charge and had to follow somebody that was either selfish or didn't care about everybody else, was more for themselves, I like that if you were the boss, I know it's going to be fair. I know things are going to work out. Everybody's going to be happy. But I don't like when I see that you're not in charge. I don't. It's kind of hard to explain, but I want you to be able to have that ability because you're going to ask people for their input. You're going to ask people for their thoughts and actually put it to use. Not like some people ask for other people's thoughts and just do whatever they're going to do. You actually care, and that's what I try to explain, and it probably always comes out wrong.
No, that makes sense. I do, and I do try to care.
No, I think you care too much.
I know.
It's not like you try to care, that you care so much that it ends up hurting you.
I know.
To help somebody else. It's kind of, I think we used the analogy back in the days, you'll hold somebody up even if you're drowning to keep them from drowning themselves in a just a mental type of situation.
I know. Him and Cher are both always harping on me that she's always like, "Oh, everybody thinks I'm so nice," and she's like, "And I always thought I was nice." And then I met you. She is nice though. She's one of the nicest people I've ever met, which is I think one of the reasons why I like her so much is because she is genuinely nice. So, and then once again, a little positive and a little negative. So the thing with that is I sometimes do worry because I'm having a lot of fun. I don't want to give up my YouTube journey yet. But I also sometimes I worry about it making me hard because I used to, somebody new would come into the channel and be like, "Hi, my name is," and "Ooh, I have a channel and I have this," and I'd be like, "Oh, cool, let me check it out, let's share it, let's do this and let's do that." And now I'm kind of reaching a point where somebody's like jumps in and they want to do this or they want to do that, and instead of me just being like, "Oh my god, I have a new friend," and jumping up on them and like licking their face and being like, "Friend, friend, friend," I'm like, "But what do you expect of me? What do I have to do for you to be my friend? And once you get what you want from me, are you going to stop being my friend?" Because I've had this happen a few times too, which is a really gross feeling. And I don't like that I think that. I freaking hate that I actually think of that now. And you know what? This is one of the bad things about having a YouTube channel is I wouldn't have thought about this before having a YouTube channel. I wouldn't have thought automatically went to, instead of running at them and being like, "Oh, friend." Now I'm a little bit more guarded and I'm like, "Hi, I'm putting my hand out. Please don't bite me. I have treats." I know. You guys are probably disgusted by this. You go, "Hey, you have a YouTube channel? And you have friends?" And I agree. I love it. I'm not saying that. I know we have a lot of new YouTubers, and a lot of people, when I did the real cost, was like, I don't know if I want to start one. And I've told everybody that has emailed me or messaged me about double thinking it. It's like, you know what? If this is something you really want to do it. Try it. You might be the next Mrs. Coffee. You might be huge. You may have an amazing personality. I cannot determine what your channel and your experience in this is going to look like. But what I can do is share my experience so that way when you do try, maybe it won't come at you out of left field and beat you about the head, and you're like, why did nobody ever warn me? I know we've got some people in here who are like, really, this happens? And some people who are like, no way, this girl's crazy, because I actually had somebody message me that too. They're like, drama, backstabbing, vicious rumors.
This is diamond painting.
This is diamond painting. This girl is crazy. And they straight up like unsubscribed from me. And then they started a diamond painting channel. And then a couple of months later, they reached out to me through Facebook. And they were like, everything you said was correct. Holy crud. So if you want to start a diamond painting channel and you want to actually make friends, it's not a question of if, it is a question of when. I don't care how awesome you are, how amazing you are. I don't care if you're Mother Teresa. Somebody somewhere is going to get their panties in a twist.
Or pants.
Or pants. Or up their butts. Or something. And you're going to be like, what's happening here? And it's not just creators. I know quite a few people who have been, I made some really awesome friends in the diamond painting community. I thought we were all buddy-buddy. We were in, yes, like a Discord or Facebook group or a membership or a Patreon or this or that. And then maybe they disagreed with an opinion or a thought process or somebody's take on something, and then all heck broke loose, and all of a sudden they're kicked out of their friend group, and they're sitting on the side of the road with blackened eyes and a broken heart, and they're like, I don't understand. I thought we were friends, and friends should be allowed to have differences of opinions, and that friends should be able to talk to each other when they're hurting. Or friends should, and that's something that's always scary. It's like, so what if somebody frustrated me for a moment and all I need to do is talk to one of my close friends about it? And I'm not bashing somebody, I'm just explaining like the situation, like so-and-so said this and I'm not quite sure how to take this or how I feel about it, or, it made me feel a certain way, and it's not about them, it's about me. Can you help me through this issue? And all I hear is, they did what? And it's like, no. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how, because nobody can make you feel a certain way. Like what brought on this conversation, the person, and I told them about it, and they're probably listening to this and being like, oh God, this is about me. And I'm just going to say right now, it is still not about you. It's about my own mental illness and about my own personal demons. The fact that when somebody lovingly comes to me and they're like, I heard a rumor, it made me feel this way, and I feel this way, and it's like, I want to do what I can to make you not feel that way, because I don't want to see you hurt, but my own personal issues are going to also take me, yes, to a place that says, why am I never good enough? Why don't people like me? why are people so willing to always believe the worst? Why is it that my actions are not louder than other people's words?
I think it comes down to just humans in general. It's just easier to tear something down than to build something up.
Yeah. And this person was like, well, I don't want you to not be my friend. And it's like, I have a lot of respect for this person. I think they're pretty freaking amazing. Am I feeling a certain way about it? Yeah. It doesn't have anything to do with what they did or what they said or anything like that, because the only person that can make me feel like this and the only person that can make me stop feeling like this is me. They're not to blame. And I would encourage people to, tell me if they are feeling hurt or rejected or upset. And give me a chance at helping them feel better instead of just kind of like ghosting me. I don't want to be ghosted. I've heard about that in the movies. It didn't sound fun. So, and that's, like I said, that's another thing when it comes with YouTube. When you hear these things, it's like you do need to learn how to regulate yourself and ask yourself, if somebody comes at me and they see this, are you going to blame them? Are you going to dislike them? Are you going to want to stop being their friend? Because they come at you and they're like, hey, my feelings are hurt because of something that I heard about you. If you and then you just might want to think about that. And I hope that the person that did bring to my attention this isn't, I'm not mad at them. Oh my goodness. I cannot tell you enough. I am not angry. I did bring up my own mental health issues and my own personal struggles of self-worth. That has nothing to do with this person. But it did also bring up an interesting topic in general, because it got me thinking about all of the other people that I know that have felt this way and have had this exact same thing happen to them, and nobody says anything. Nobody says anything. Or if they do, they shout out names and they put people down and try to do it in a really negative way. And I mean, there are certainly people out there that I'm not the biggest fan of, but it doesn't mean I want their channels to burn to the ground, and it doesn't mean that I don't think they don't have value, because they do have value. Just because our personalities don't match doesn't mean that they're not out there helping others. And that's the point of, at least I feel like that should be the point of the YouTube channels, is helping others. The internet in general, I think, is just really ugly. And I feel like, and maybe I'm disillusioned. Maybe I'm naive. Maybe I'm a damn Pollyanna. Because I feel like the internet should be a place for people to find others and share each other's joys.
Yeah.
Who's laughing at me right now?
Everybody.
Is everybody laughing at me? Are you guys like, you poor unfortunate soul? You's an idiot. That's not how the world works, Alicia. That's not how people work. But I work a lot like that, not all the time. And I figure there's got to be other people out there that really, truly just want what's best for everybody, even despite maybe your own personal feelings about them. I think.
Yeah.
There is, honey?
I'm sure there is.
Even though you're also silently laughing and judging me a little bit right now?
No, I'm not judging you, but I know there's definitely people like that. There's definitely people that care. There's definitely people that want to make changes, and there's definitely people that just want to float by. They just want to do what they like to do or what they want to do. There's always going to be that.
Yeah. I don't know. It, like I said, it just... I don't even know if we should we play our game? Probably not today.
No, no game today.
But if you... You know what? If you are resonating with anything that I'm saying, even if it's not like exact, but just the feelings, the emotions, the thought processes that I'm kind of having today, I know it's all serious and it's dark and dreary, and I apologize. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to be honest. While also pointing out that, once again, it's worth it. Today, it's worth it. I'm filming this on a Friday. We're getting ready to have our Google Meet. I'm going to hang out with my friends. We're going to do a little bit of laughing, and it's worth it for me. Yeah. But I also feel like people need to be maybe everybody in the world is prepared. Maybe I'm the only one that's like, all, what?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. We don't know other people's experiences.
It's like, are you kidding me? So, yeah, I mean, maybe that's... What are your thoughts? Tell me a little bit about, before we go, in the last year, what are some of the things that you've noticed about the community that you really love, and some of the things where you're like, are you serious?
Myself?
Yeah. You're part of this channel.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that I love is meeting new people. Like I've probably said many times that I would have never met any of you, like, ever. For whatever reason it might be, either the craft, the just anything. It's so hard for me to explain. I wasn't interested in friends prior to this channel as we were working through our marriage therapy, but now that I have them,
You don't want to give them
glad. Up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I wouldn't. But, so that's one of the things that I
wouldn't give them up.
No, I wouldn't. But,
I will find you.
But, that's one of the best things that has come out of this, and being able to spend time with people that maybe don't have anybody else. We're kind of their new family, in a sense. So we feel the same way. One thing I don't like is... And I knew there was going to be drama. I knew that...
I didn't. Why didn't you warn me?
Starting a YouTube channel. Because you might have just been like, no, I don't want to do it. I mean, there's...
You seriously, you tricked me?
Not
You're
tricked.
like, oh, I knew, but I didn't want to tell you because you were already saying no.
There's a difference between tricking and just not mentioning it. I mean, there's going to be drama in anything you do. There could be drama at work. There could be drama in a friendship. There could be drama everywhere.
That's one of the reasons why I stopped talking to people.
Yeah,
and you knew that. That's why I hid in my house and I was like, I don't want to talk to you. Yeah. Go away.
But we rolled the dice and it worked more so in our favor than the issues. And I think what we've gained from it is greater than what we could have, the hardships that might have come along more so.
You're right. And if you told me there was going to be drama, I probably would have doubled down on my hardcore no, and I would have missed out on this.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's it. I mean, I like doing the paintings. I love the craft. It is very relaxing. I know not a lot of gentlemen do it. I don't know why, because it is super stress relieving. It is a very relaxing thing, and I'm getting ready, well, I want to say within the next 6 months, or less hopefully, to complete my first large to me, diamond painting, which is 55.8 by 83.7 centimeter.
With 77 colors?
I don't know how many colors are on it, but it's a big project for me, and I'm looking forward to completing it and to have that pride of actually completing something which to me is massive and has taken a long time. So that's one of the other nice things that come along with diamond painting.
Do you have any notes for the husbands that are just like, oh, that's your wife thing?
No, try it out. I mean, give it a shot. Start with the little ones. Start with something. Treat it
Just try it.
as spending time with your significant other. Don't just jump into it and be like, oh, I hate it, or try to rush through it just because you want to get it done. Do it because you actually want to try it, because you actually want to do it. I think anybody that's forced into doing anything is never going to enjoy it. You have to want to
open their mind at least.
And I see it as spending time with your significant other, not just doing a craft together, even though it's relaxing and there's more benefits than you may realize. But that extra time is good.
Well, I just put in a super crooked line. I'm really excited about seeing you finish your canvas, just because with your tweezers, I've never seen anybody places. Everybody's always like telling me my placement is really good. And it's like, my placement compared to yours is absolute rubbish.
Man, I just finished a batch at 310 that was just massive, single place tweezers. I almost regret doing tweezers, but now I look back at it and I'm happy.
Yeah. I want to say, for anybody that actually watched this to the end and maybe left some kind of emoticon to let me know that something I said resonated with you, or left a comment just to let me know how the holidays have been treating you so far. It's a stressful time of year. Thank you so much for that, and thank you for actually listening. Like I said, I don't plan most stuff. I know, I'm like, people are always really surprised because I'm like so organized and everything, and I like to keep the trains on the tracks, but there are certain things that I feel like you just need to fly by the seat of your pants on and see what happens. Certain things, it's like, okay, so like if you're running an event, I can't just like by the seat of my pants on an event, because there are other people involved and I don't want them to be like, oh, well, this sucked and where's my prizes, and I don't understand the rules, It affects too many people at once. And I know this channel affects a lot of people also, but this channel is a lot of who I am as a person, how I'm feeling, and I don't want to, I know I do. I try really, really hard to be like the bright spot. I try to keep things fun and friendly because everybody needs to get the heck away from real life. You need an escape once in a while. And most of the time I try to be light and airy and bright because that is what I want. I want to give people something that brings them joy once a week. That's also not real life, guys. It's not always joyful. Sometimes things go sideways. Sometimes you are surprised and hurt and frustrated. And if I don't share that sometimes I feel that way, then yeah. What would be the point of having the channel? What would be the point of me talking to you guys and saying, hey, this is what you get. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. Most of the time, I'm pretty happy-go-lucky. Most of the time, I try to find the joy in things. Most of the time, I laugh. Some days, I'm depressed. Some days, I'm angry. And some days, like today, I'm like, are you serious? Dumpster fire alert. Thank you guys so much. Please like and subscribe, or if you're watching this and your mouth is hanging open, please consider not unsubscribing. We would appreciate that also. Talk to you guys next week. Bye.